Can we sit down? No interruptions. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Talking real raw. Ain't no cutting. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Talk about it? Yeah. Can we sit down? No interruptions. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Talking real raw, ain't no cutting. Open dialogue, talk without judging. Dope discussion, dope discussion.
Whoopsie! Now, I have to start off by saying this, okay? And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe, okay? We got to get into it. I got to start off, though, by saying I find it very humorous, okay, how all of these real women are now doubling back, tripling back, quadrupling back, saying all of the very things that they accuse me of lying about. Again, it's a whoopsie situation. You know, all of these different things coming about full circle is very much so bittersweet for me, because on one hand, it's like, yes, I think that they're finally getting it. You know, yes, they're listening. As a matter of fact, who was that? I think it was Bobby. Bobby sent me over a link on Instagram, and it was of this very beautiful, attractive young lady, right? Pretty much stealing, I don't want to say stealing, but just from her verbiage and the things that she was saying, like she even used my phrase. So I gotta kind of put 20 on it and say, okay, I think she kind of stole that from her little big sis. But Bobby even sent me over a link of this very attractive young lady pretty much saying the very slogans that I've coined, that I've came up with. And it's like, yeah, bittersweet, because sure, they might be listening. But are they just saying these things because they feel like it's going to give them, I don't know, some kind of attention? Because we already know, you know, the whole hold out type of energy is phased out. A lot of guys are not entertaining that. So are they just saying these things to get quote unquote attention and validation back for the men? I don't know if that is a part of the equation, or if they're genuinely listening to your little big sis and internalizing the message, but it being too late. I don't know. That's why it's a little bit bittersweet for me. Okay, now it's bitter, right? I went over the sweetness. It's bitter for me because when I was saying these things years ago, it was like, oh, she's just a pick-me. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's capping. She's just caping for these men. She's just pandering. You know, pretty much what I was saying was trash. It was null and void. It didn't make any sense. It would be something that would be to the demise and detriment to women. It was setting us back the whole nine. And so it's bitter for me because it's like, bitch, if you would have listened to me 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I mean, you would be a lot further ahead than you are, but this is what we're presented with today. Now, we do have another video from Shisha. I think I'm saying his name right, y'all. I think I am. Thank you so much, DJ Fresh. It says, keep up the good work. Play ball. Hold on, we're going to play ball. Okay. Now, I think the good brother's name is Shisha. I think when I went back and I watched one of his videos, and it was the same video that we reviewed the other day. I heard him in the beginning say, "It's your boy Shisha Zed." I think that's how you say it. So forgive me for not being able to pronounce your name, Shisha. I hope I'm still saying it right. But we do have another one from Shisha that we're going to be going over today. And again, thank you so much, DJ Fresh, for kicking it off for us. And again, I find it to be very bittersweet that now these same females want to come through and say, "Oh, ladies, don't do this, don't do that. Men, actually, we don't like simps." What? Duh. I have been so... Look, this is why they were so mad at me, y'all. And we can't hit 300. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm saying it right. It's Shisha. Okay. So, Ronald, don't rush me. Okay, time out Ronald for me. Do not rush me. Okay. Time him out. So, it was a time to where I was telling a lot of my brothers the inside scoop and the inside game as far as, what these women were doing, how they were maneuvering, how they were thinking, and how they were ultimately trying to manipulate, control, and get over on these men. Now, a lot of the women were upset at me because I was pretty much giving y'all the inside. I was giving y'all the inside scoop, the insiders and everything, okay? And so a lot of them would come at me like, "Oh, y'all listening to this pick-me pandering bitch, but she don't know what she's talking about. She just lied to y'all. She just telling y'all what y'all want to hear. That's not true." And it was like, no, I'm actually telling my brothers the A1, day one, crown head tea, right? I'm giving them the inside scoop on what these men are doing. And the reason why I was doing that was because it was essentially and ultimately going to help us all to be able to have better, healthy, stable, balanced relationships. If I'm able to tell the men what to look out for, what not to deal with, then they're going to be able to discard of those problematic females and be able to entertain the proper women, right? So I was saying that because it was going to help ultimately. But again, by me exposing certain truths about women, it was pretty much putting a stop to a lot of their games, their antics, and preventing them from being able to get over on the men how they were accustomed to getting over on them. So now we have all of these real women. Now that life is whooping up out their head and dragging them by their lace fronts, now we got these same women. Okay, and I'm not familiar with this woman. I'm just speaking in general, okay? But now we have a lot of these same real women coming through like, fellas, us women, we don't like this and we don't like that. And we actually respect men that do X, Y, and Z and 1, 2, and 3. And we get over on men that do this. And we get over on men that do that. And we play on men that... And I was like, duh. Are y'all really out here now in 4K admitting the truth now? Now y'all want to admit to these men, hey, we actually don't like, weak men. We actually don't like simps. We actually don't like men that chase up behind us. We actually don't like... What? And I'm going to be honest with you all. I really do feel like the reason why they are starting to come out in full throttle, admitting certain things now, is because life happened, right? And they're not liking the results. Let me put it like this, and I'm gonna play my video. And again, y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. We can hit 500. I'm gonna ask for 400 on them likes. We can't hit 400 first, amen. Now, let me say this. The reason why you're having so many women come out today admitting a lot of things that I've been saying is because they're realizing that saying that we want simps, saying that we need simps and everything of that sort, and then actually entering into relationships with those type of men, or men trying to pattern themselves after simps, it actually creates a, I don't know, void within us as women. That's one level layer to the conversation, to where it's like, damn, I'm saying I want this type of weak ass dude, but actually I don't. Like, he turns me off. You know, I feel incomplete with him. I don't feel fulfilled with him. I'm not happy with him. So I can't keep saying that I like these type of men when in all actuality I don't. And I'm finding myself to be a part of these relationships to where I'm with a man that I cannot rely upon to lead me, guide me, help me, teach me. A simp can't do that for me, because he's going to constantly be reliant upon me to tell him what he needs to do, or to tell him what I want from him. That's not what I really want in a man. So since a lot of women were coming to this rude, harsh reality of dealing with simps, leads to feeling incomplete, feeling these voids, feeling like you're having to pretty much guide and lead and teach your man. They have no choice now but to come out like, okay, y'all, we surrender. We really don't like simps like that. We just was trying to use y'all. But when it comes to the grand scheme of life, and us actually needing men that are providers, protectors, leaders, and teachers, a simp ain't gonna do it. Okay? He's not gonna be able to properly guide me how I need him to. You know, he cannot steer me in the right direction like a masculine, assertive man can. And so, yeah, fellas, we was lying. That pick-me, pandering bitch, Danica Marie, was telling the truth the whole time. We just didn't like the fact that she was exposing our game. But yes, in hindsight, we don't like those men, and those men are actually doing us a disservice. I feel like the world is on my shoulder by dealing with these weak ass dudes. Don't like it. Another big, heavy key factor to all of this, you know, outside of that, is the fact that a lot of the quote unquote simp lollipoppies, right? The suckers, the easy licks, they were also waking up. So, and thank you, the automatic for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you. But a lot of the quote unquote simp lollipoppies were waking up. We can't hit 600. I'm gonna need 500 on them likes. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all so very much for being here, because you don't have to be. But a lot of the quote unquote simps were waking up to where it was like, well, since they're already kind of catching on to our mind games and our manipulation tactics, we might as well just go ahead and admit it. That way we can probably, hopefully, be able to land a good quality man. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm glad that you asked. With a lot of, and I'm going to get into Shisha's video in a second. With a lot of these weak-minded men waking up, you know, the same type of men that felt like, oh, happy wife, happy life. Oh, let me just do whatever she wants me to do, because after all, she's the woman, I'm the man. And if she wants something from me, then I need to go above and beyond and do this and do that. With a lot of those men snapping up out of it and saying, hold on, I'm being played, I'm being used, I'm being taken advantage of, I'm being taken for granted. And you are pulling away and backing away, whether that meant you were no longer dating women, whether that meant you were going overseas, whether that meant that you were now just focused on yourself, having rotation, whatever. With a lot of you all doing that, with a lot of those weak guys doing that, waking up in a mass like that, it was like, hold on. Let me just go ahead and present myself to be one of the quote unquote good women that you can trust. That way I can gain that access back to you. So let me go ahead and say, oh, fellas, yeah, you know, simps are bad. Women take advantage of those type of guys. You know, we just use you. We don't really like those men. We like masculine men with boundaries. Let me go ahead and say that. That way, you know, you all can give me a second look to determine, like, okay, maybe she is one of the trustworthy females. But in all actuality, I'm going to be honest, that in of itself is still manipulation and mind game. Right. Now, I'm not saying that all the women are like that or doing that, but a big chunk of them today, especially when you are starting to see so many of them come out in mass, how they are like, oh, yeah, a woman should be this and a woman should be that, especially the same ones who were just singing a different tune yesterday. Yeah, it's mind game. They're from the effects of not having the desired help and the desired men that they are looking for. And so they're going to go ahead and start to admit certain things to these men. So that way they can kind of go under the radar as far as, you know, being detected as being a quote unquote a chameleon, as y'all like to call them, or a pass me chick, or just a chick that's desperate. Let's be honest, you all, a lot of these chicks today are extremely desperate now. It's too many men that are not falling for the games no more. So since I can't beat them and manipulate them, I might as well join in on it and just say, yeah, you are right. Come and save me. I hope y'all follow me with that. But let's get into it, you all. Again, we can't hit 600. I'm going to need 505 likes. Okay? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And then I'm going to get into this video. Thank you, Gabriel. It says, stopping by to show your channel some love. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Okay? Now, let's get into this video, you all. Y'all put a 2 in the chat if you can hear this. Let me see. Put a 2 in the chat if you all can hear this.
Why is it that if you're a guy out here who's...
Could y'all hear that? Put a 2 in the chat for me. He said, why is it that if you're a guy out here... Put a 2. Let me see. Okay, I see the 2s. Let's get into it, you all.
Why is it that if you're a guy out here who's not drooling, simping, heads over heels, bowing down to a chick, you're labeled as possibly sassy, maybe gay? This chick had something to say about that. This video is captioned, "Hear me out." I'm not wasting time. Let's get it.
Okay, so I wanted to talk to some of my sisters.
I'm sorry. We're going to get into it. But I don't think that she answered that question. She should ask a very valid question. And I don't think that she got into it in this video. She got into other stuff that I feel like is important. But I think it's important that we, you know, kind of give Shisha some insight. John Till says, taking advantage of a nice guy is trash. What would you think of me if a blind dude asked for change on a 20, I handed him 2 singles and made off with 18 bucks. Exploitation deserves banishment. Well, that's what I'm saying, John Till. Now in today's time, a lot of men are not blind anymore. I see exactly what you're doing. So yeah, it's just not working how it used to work, which is why a lot of the women are trying to, and what I don't want to do is put it into y'all's minds that there are not genuine, sincere women. Like there are genuine, sincere women out there. All I'm asking though, fellas, is for you all to be very wise and intelligent as far as scoping out things and peeping game, seeing if her words are acting or in alignment with what she is doing. You know, it has to match. So don't just say, oh, she's saying what we want to hear and she's saying what we need to hear and but is she doing anything differently? You know, what is she about? So yeah, John Till, you all have banished a lot of these exploitative women and a lot of these manipulative chicks. And that's why they are trying to get on your team now. Okay. We can hit 700. Y'all give us 600 on them likes. Now, let me say this, because like I said, she should ask a very valid question. Let's take it back.
Why is it that if you're a guy out here who's not drooling, simping, heads over heels, bowing down to a chick, you're labeled as possibly sassy, maybe gay?
Well, the reason why, Shisha, is because a lot of these women were trying to use that as a way to get over on you. If I can shame you into believing that you're somehow weak, sassy, gay, whatever the case is, you know, and get you to ultimately bend to my will, I'm going to do that. It's very much so reverse psychology, Shisha. That's why these women are doing that. And here's the thing. They know. And that's what's so important about what this woman is saying in this video. That's why I started off saying this is bittersweet, because it's like, I've been saying this, but y'all shut me down and said that I was a liar. Now that life is whooping you upside your head, now it's like, oh, well, she was telling the truth the whole time, and we really don't like this, that, and the third. Well, duh. They were just trying to do that to get over. They were just trying to use those things against you to essentially shame you and get you to say, oh, okay, well, I don't want to come off as sassy, or I don't want to come off as gay, or I don't want to come off as a lame or broke or dusty. So let me just do all of these extra things for her to show and prove to her that I'm not like what she's trying to describe that type of guy to be. That's why, Shisha. Like I keep saying, a lot of these chicks knew better. They knew exactly what they were doing. They know that you're not gay. They know that you're not sassy. They know that you're not broken, dusty. That's why they're entertaining you in the first place. That's why they're talking to you in the first place. They just want you to believe that if you act out other than what they want you to do and what they want you to be, then something is wrong with you. Therefore, you need to fix it by essentially kissing my ass, bending to my will, doing what I want you to do. Okay? But let's get into it, y'all. And again, y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
This chick had something to say about that. This video is captioned, "Hear me out." I'm wasting time. Let's get it.
Okay, so I wanted to talk to some of my sister friends again and I like to give a different perspective, because I do see a lot of y'all calling men gay, saying they're weak, saying whatever, because they're not moved by your beauty and your booty, you know, or because they can't be manipulated. But even though it hurts the ego, ladies, let me tell you, that's the exact kind of man you want. Because a man that's not moved by your beauty is not going to be moved by her beauty. A man that ain't moved by your booty ain't going to be moved by her booty. And if you can't manipulate him, then neither can she. But if you can manipulate him, baby, she can too, because your game ain't the best. Your manipulation tactics ain't the best. There's somebody out there that's running circles around you.
Now, I got to pause her, because you know your little bit sister got to give you the background and analyze, okay? Now, she's saying that, hey, ladies, we need not to get with men that we can manipulate, because if you can manipulate him, then surely there's another woman out there that can do the same thing, right? We can't hit 800. Y'all give us 700 on the likes. Thank you, the automatic. I don't know why I want to call you the atomic. I don't know. But thank you, the automatic. I appreciate you. Who else? Game changer. It says, hold on. Oh, it's not letting me scroll. Okay, there it goes. It says 80% of you all won't take advantage of them back. Well, here's the thing, though, game changer. The men now are not allowing these women to take advantage of them at all. What did they just say? They said banishment. That means we don't deal with you whatsoever. You get all access cut off. It's not this thing anymore like it used to be, game changer, to where these women were just coming through and, you know, wrecking shop and manipulating and gaslighting and taking advantage. And then the men just be like, oh man, she did all that to me. Now we're living in a new day and age to where the men are cutting off all access. So it's not even a thing of taking advantage back, because you're not getting it at all. So let's not miss that. But let's get back into what she's saying. She's saying that, hey, ladies, let's go and get with guys that we cannot manipulate and control, because if you can manipulate and control him, surely another woman can, right? Now, what she's not touching base on is the fact that that is a new tune that women are now starting to sing. that is not something that a lot of them have been, I don't know, privy to, aware of. A lot of them were accustomed to falling in the bag of, oh yeah, I need to go and get with a man that I can manipulate and control by way of me having a nice body or sex appeal and a fat ass. Oh yes, let me go and get that man because, you know, I'm going to be able to manipulate and control him, right? Well, the reason why that tune is starting to change now to where she's saying, hey ladies, let's not go and get with those type of men, is because a lot of them have found out the hard way that they were not the baddest chicks. Just like I've been telling them. I don't care how fat your ass is, how big and pretty those breasts are, how juicy your lips are, how pretty your eyes, how long and beautiful your hair is. I don't give a damn how good you throw it back, ride it on your tippy toes, bend it over, pop it on a handstand. There is always going to be somebody out there that is better than you, ma'am, that does it better than you, ma'am. And dare I say that a lot of them have also come to realize that men are looking for more substantial things in a woman outside of just the physical. Even though men are very visual and physical creatures, they now in today's society and climate are looking for more things that they can invest in on a deeper level. I can go and pay a prostitute for A1 head. I can go and pay a chef to cook my meals. I can pay a maid to clean my house, but I cannot buy loyalty. I cannot buy somebody that is genuinely and authentically into me. I can't buy love. I can't buy devotion. Those are the things that a lot of men are looking for. And dare I also go here and say this. A lot of these women have also come to realize that men are ready and willing to pass up the most baddest of chicks for 5 and 6s. Men in today's time are ready and willing to swap out a 8 for a 6, a 9 for a 5, if the more substantial qualities of that woman outweigh the physical. That's what we're dealing with today. And so, since a lot of these chicks had that rude awakening of, hold on, I wasn't able to control him how I thought I would be able to control him. I thought I was the top-notch baddest chick. Yet, you know, another woman came through and finessed him better than I did. It became the battle of the simps. It became the battle of the Cash App Coochie Queens. And it got real in the field. Right? To where now they have no choice but to admit, yeah, maybe I should entertain that type of guy because, yeah, I'm not the baddest chick. And so since I'm not the baddest chick, or, you know, there's other women out there that are able to offer more than me to that man, maybe I need not to base, you know, who I'm dealing with off of how much can I control him? How much can I manipulate him? That's why they're now singing this different tune. These women went out into the real world and got shooken up because they were dealing with a new breed of men. I keep telling y'all that because it's true. They went out into the field and they realized this is a new breed. I'm not used to these type. Okay? It's always levels and layers. It was a new breed of men, and they started to realize, you know, with that harsh reality check, yeah, I can be replaced. Her booty is rounder than mine. Her titties sit higher than mine. Right? She's more attractive than me. She has more charisma, better personality, better sex. Oh, maybe I need to do some self-reflecting and realize, Yeah, I gotta compete in different ways. And the way that I can compete is by not even selecting the type of brother or the type of man that can be easily enticed by the physical in and of itself. That's problematic. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these chicks got their simps took. Okay. Or, like I said, a lot of the simps just woke up on their ass and they was like, hold on now. Let me just go ahead and fall into my rightful role in my rightful place because I'm kind of being left out in the cold anyway, so I might as well go ahead and admit the truth and try to show these men that, once again, I am one of the trustworthy women that you can invest into. It's always levels and layers, and I hope y'all following me. Thank you, John Till. It says, why do sixes get referred to like Granny Goose chips? because it's not the best. You know what I mean? It's not the worst, but it's not the best. And so that's why, you know what I mean? But we're saying that to illustrate the point of men are looking for more substantial qualities in a woman than just you being a 10. You know, are you submissive? Are you loyal? Are you loving? Are you caring? Are you somebody that understands how to take direction, how to listen? Like, that is what men are looking for. Okay, so that's just used to emphasize, John Till, that look, men are ready and willing to even take, you know, very average qualities in a woman physically if it means that she's going to be able to present something more substantial in other ways. Thank you, ML. It says facts. A strong 6 will hold you down much better than an 8 or 9. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Whoopsie. Hold on now. Traveling Man says, give me a kind 5 who can smile and cook. And this what I'm saying. See, y'all are proving my point. We can hit 900. Y'all give us 805 likes. Y'all are proving my point. And this is why so many of these women had no choice but to admit the truth. They had no choice but to say, okay, yeah, let's not go and get the men that we feel can be easily manipulated and controlled by way of beauty. Because first things first, you know, another more beautiful woman can come along and take him. But on top of that, these men are a new breed of men. They don't really care about how fine you are. You know, if you're trash, you will be thrown away. You will be discarded of. You will not be entertained whatsoever. And so now they're trying to essentially redeem themselves by admitting certain things. But we're going to get into it. Thank you, Byron. It says, keep preaching the word. It says, to save our people. Thank you so much, Byron. Thank you, Double Up. It says, you're right. It's nice and genuine women out here overseas. I no longer date Western GMO women. Hashtag passport bro. My ungrateful ex-wife ruined an 11-year marriage. Hashtag better elsewhere. Another one. Whoopsie. Well, I hate to hear that. You know, I hate to hear that, but this is what we've created for ourselves. I'm not going to lie. You know, a lot of us keep fumbling very quality relationships, marriages, and men, and realizing way too late in the game that we fumbled and got humbled. And now we're trying to clean it up and do right by you men, but it's too late. A lot of y'all don't believe us, don't trust us, or you're already settled down with somebody else, or you're just completely checked out. And so, yeah, we got a lot of that going on. But I'm glad that you have found something better, and hopefully that continues to thrive and grow for you. Thank you so much to Renzo. It says, much like the movie Made, which I heard was actually a documentary of truth called They Live. One should be made called They Know to expose the people who live by these psychologically devolved narratives because they know. And that's what I'm saying, Terenzo. A lot of these chicks now that y'all are starting to see come onto the surface, they've been known. You know, they've already known this whole time. And again, thank you so much to Automatic. They've been known. They just didn't like the fact that you all were catching on to what they were doing. And they definitely didn't like women like me coming through like, oh, this is what's really going on, fellas. Do not be played. But they already knew. It's just that now they're being left with no choice but to have to admit these things. But thank you so much, Terenzo. John Till says, who cares about the best? I just need it to work. Whoopsie. Hold on. Shamari says, $10 goes a long way these days. LOL. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. But like I said, you all, a lot of these chicks, they've been knew what's up. They just thought that they would be able to finesse you forever. And it didn't happen. Okay. Melois says, remember, share, replace Amber Rose. Lord have mercy. That's crazy. But that is something to remember. You had old ass shriveled up Cher be swapped out. Amber Rose got swapped out for Cher. Now, we can go into the different levels and layers of that and say, you know, maybe he just trying to get over because Cher got more money. We don't know. We ain't going to go there. But maybe one could argue that Cher was the better woman. Even though Amber Rose was the baddest. We don't know. We're going to leave it over there, though. But let's continue, y'all. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Take it back a little bit.
Saying whatever because they're not moved by your beauty and your booty, you know, or because they can't be manipulated. But even though it hurts the ego, ladies, let me tell you, that's the exact kind of man you want. Because a man that's not moved by your beauty is not going to be moved by her beauty. A man that ain't moved by your booty ain't going to be moved by her booty. And if you can't manipulate him, then neither can she. But if you can manipulate him, baby, she can too, because your game ain't the best. Your manipulation tactics ain't the best. There's somebody out there that's running circles around you. So be happy that you have a man, or be happy that you have a man that's you can't manipulate. That's one. But also, when a man is not moved by how sexy you are, that's the man that deserves the attention. That's the man that deserves you to work for him. Not in a way that, not in a bad way, but like put in the work, compete. Yes, right. I will compete for that kind of man. They're rare. It's not a lot of y'all out there. I'm going to just keep it real. A lot of y'all talk, a lot of y'all men talk a lot of good mess, but if she pretty enough, or if she thick enough, or if she got light enough skin, or she's a preference, y'all don't be that, strong.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Like, even in my personal life, I'm seeing more and more men, brothers, turn down some of the baddest chicks. Like, nah, you trouble. So I don't know if she's caught up to the times. And then she kind of goes into that as well. And he starts to say, it's a lot of men out here that will fall victim to, some of the most sexy women with the fat ass. I'm not really seeing that. I'm seeing a lot of men say, nah, I ain't going. I don't know. Maybe I should take y'all pretty much kind of said it though. Y'all pretty much kind of say what I'm saying. But just from what I'm able to observe myself, like I see a lot of, let me put it like this. I'm seeing a lot of untouched bad chicks. Some of the baddest chicks are unmarried, not spoken for, not getting taken care of, not being approached. Like, and they're the baddest chicks. Some of the baddest chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm observing. And it's alarming. Like, and to me, that's what solidifies it in my mind that it is a new breed of men. The one says, I don't think she believes what she's saying. She probably don't. It is no shade, but we gotta be real. A lot of these chicks are singing this new tune because times have caught up to them. That's all. It's like I'm struggling. I'm by myself. I'm alone. Simps ain't simping how they used to simp. A lot of the men woke up to the games, so I might as well just go ahead and try to get one by joining them. That's what it's given, but I could be wrong. Maybe she is genuine in her approach. We don't know. P15 says, oh snap. So I'm here live for once, not 8 at the gate, but 5 for the live. Oh yeah, you in here. And shout out to all of our Patreon members. We will be going live tomorrow. Okay, so y'all pay y'all 8 at that gate and come join us for our live, uncut, good old conversations that we have over on Patreon. Over on Patreon, y'all, it is no holds bar. Like, we let everything ride. I let y'all ask me some of the most intrusive questions. I drop the link for y'all. Y'all come up, y'all interact with us. Like, it's real personal. So shout out to all my Patreon members. I really do appreciate y'all because y'all do not have to do that. Okay. Thank you, DB. It says, D save us. She said light skin. Right. And that's why that's also why I paused. Let's get into it. Hold on. Now, Lord have mercy. This is what I'm saying. A lot of these chicks are out of touch and out of tune with the new climate, with the new breed of men. So many, and it's not to say that colorism does not exist or featureism does not exist and texturism. I am not saying any of the isms don't exist, but in the ways that they are trying to really emphasize these things as being something that is a hindrance to them getting a man and all of that, it is not up the same alley as it used to be. No longer can you say, oh, these men are not entertaining me because I'm dark skinned, and these men are not entertaining me because if she's light skinned and she looks foreign, then they gonna go and they gonna choose her over me. And no, that may have been very prevalent 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. But in today's climate, these men are taking the most darkest of women, the most African features of women, like you name it. It is not this thing how it used to be, to where it's like, no, but that ass though. And yeah, but she looked like, she a foreigner. I like them foreigner. It is not that. A lot of it is stemming from, are you a quality woman? This is why you're starting to see, like I said, some of the most racially ambiguous women by themselves. You're starting to see some of the most quote unquote preferenced of women alone, struggling, trying to come back to the table, talking about I'm a reborn, reformed Christian and virgin. Like, come on, let's stop. And we're seeing a lot of, like I said, the most average basic of females, and it's no shade, it's just being honest. They're the ones with the big ass rocks on their hands. They're the ones, married and wifed up, wined and dined, housewives, children. They're the ones being put up nicely. And dare I say that they are dark skinned. Dare I say that they have afros and they have big noses and big lips. And like, come on, you all. Let's stop. And again, I'm not going to be disingenuous and say it does not happen at all. Like, yes, there is still a such thing as colorism, featureism, texturism, all the isms. It is. But the way that y'all are emphasizing it and putting 20 on 10, like it's still back in the day, no, not at all. A lot of these chicks are just saying that because they are not being chose up on, and the whole reason why they want to say that they are not being chose up on is because it's something wrong with you and not them. And that's just being honest, you all. Y'all wouldn't want to admit that, but that's the truth. It's much easier to say, oh, well, the reason why men are not checking for me is because, I'm dark. You sure that's it? Especially in today's time, to where I'm seeing some of the most chocolatiest women with the quote-unquote high-value husbands. Like, you sure that's it? Oh, well, the reason why he's not with me is because maybe it's the attitude. Maybe it's your own, and I hate to go here, but I gotta be honest. Maybe it's the whole notion of your insecurity exuding from your essence based upon things that you have internalized from your past. That's something else. And we can't hit 1,000. Y'all give us 935 likes. That is something else that I feel like needs to be explored and highlighted, because we don't realize just how real energy is. A lot of us are walking around with internalized insecurity, self-hate. And so since we're self-conscious, that energy bounces off of us to where it's a turn on to a man. You're thinking because, oh, he's not, well, I'm dark skinned, so he's not going to like me. And I don't have hair that is like this, so he's not going to like me. Like, people can pick up on that energy. And it could be that you're a beautiful, quote unquote, dark skinned woman. You're a beautiful, coarse haired woman, whatever the case may be. But because your energy is that of, I'm not good enough, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So that's something that needs to be explored more as well, because I think a lot of us sleep on that. A lot of us carry around very dark, heavy, insecure energy, and that in of itself is pushing a lot of people away from us. Whether that be friends, potential partners, the whole nine. It's like, man, I don't want to do this bitch gloomy and doomy. I don't want to deal with that. So that could be that as well. And a lot of us don't like to touch base on that, but that's what it is. But like I said, it's much easier to just say, oh, it's not me. It's that these people don't like this, that, and the third about me, because they're shallow or because something is wrong with them. No, we can't do that. Not all the time. We can't. Let me see.
Or she's a preference. Y'all don't be that, strong. That's just the honest truth.
Now, you do have men out there that are like that. Okay. All I'm saying is, from what I can observe and see, I'm seeing a lot more men not really care about this woman being a quote unquote preference, or this woman being, sexy and all of that, and they still gonna go. Now, you still have game changer out here that will give her trash D if she's fine enough. Like, yeah, you bad in the motherfucker. You ain't shit, though, so I'm gonna give you some trash dick and get my issue off, and that's what it is. You still have that, but more often than not, I am seeing an increase of men say, no, I'm not going to touch that female whatsoever. I don't care how fine she is. John Henry says colorism is an issue only when she doesn't qualify because of her attitude, or if she's claiming happily single, when in reality, she's poorly behaved. Whoopsie. But I'm going to shut up and leave it alone. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. Thank you, John Till. It says a chick will have 2 guys pass her for a light bright, and she has 20 dudes in her friend zone. Go drink a gallon of coffee and blow it out the ass. Hold on now. Oh. But that, and like I said, y'all, I don't want to go into that because that is touchy. That is sticky and tricky. And I don't want to come off like colorism does not exist. It does. I just don't feel like it's at that extreme level how they're trying to make it out to be. But let's just be honest. Hold on, Trey. Let's just be honest. These chicks will be out here talking about, oh, men don't even check for me, and men don't like men, men don't do this, men don't do that. And whole time they are. They're just focusing on the men that are way out of their leagues or the men that don't want them. But when it comes to the men that they qualify for, am I talking too much? When it comes to the men that are on their level, you're not paying them any mind or attention. But they're clearly waiting around on you. Some of them. Now, again, we do have some men out here like, I ain't waiting no damn friend zone, bitch. It is what it is. But these women, what I'm trying to say is these women get approached every day, all day by men. But because it's not the men that she wants or that she feels like she deserves, it's like they don't count. Yes, they do. Shut up. And like I said, a lot of the time, those men can be some of the most stand-up men. But because he's not this tall and he doesn't have this type of car, just very superficial, surface level qualities, it's like, oh, it doesn't count that he's talking to me, or it doesn't count that he's approaching me because I want him. Girl, stop. Anyway, Trey says, I'm an equal opportunity shopper. No, ma'am, there's nothing you can help me with. I'm just looking, but I'll know it once I see it. Okay. But y'all let me know. Are y'all seeing a lot of men out here just be head over heels because a woman is attractive and he's risking his whole life because she's fine? Like, I don't see a lot of men doing that today. ML says, I see a lot of single and lonely 8s and 9s at my gym. that are looking for attention. The thirst is real. And that's what I'm saying, you all. It is a new breed. It is not the same thing how it used to be, which is why you're starting to see so many women come out and be honest. Right? They used to be able to gaslight you all and play on your head tops when you weren't going. Hold on. John says, a man with value and a backbone will not let a mouthy bad biatch shame him into allowing her delusion define his observable reality. Bars. DB says, okay, I got that one already. But let's break it down, you all. We are seeing some of the baddest chicks be the thirstiest. Why is that? It is because men are cutting off all access. If you are not an asset, you do not get access. That is what we're dealing with. And for so long, women were able to manipulate, control, and gaslight off of beauty. Why? Because men were distracted by that. Oh yeah, she ain't shit, but I mean that ass though. And you know, she just needs some patience. She just need a man to guide her. She just needs some help. She just ain't never had no real man like me. But once I come into her life, that's gonna change. And it didn't. So yeah, back in the day, you could get that off. And it could be like, it's just this and it's just that. But in today's climate, in today's time, men ain't going how they used to. It's a new time, you all. It is not the same. So when John is like, was that John? When John is like, we're not going to allow these females to try to gaslight us and tell us that we're living in a reality that we're knowing that we're not living in. Or who else was that? Who was that? Where is it? Who said something about the chicks at the gym? Let me go to fan funding. Who said it? Yeah, disappeared the super chat. Oh, ML. When ML says, yeah, Danica, you're not lying because I'm seeing some of these 8s and 9s at the gym be the thirstiest females and nobody's paying them any attention. Nobody's paying them any mind. That's because men are looking at women on a deeper level outside of just the surface. And because a lot of men, it's in your nature to be very visual and physical creatures. A lot of women were accustomed to being able to play on your lowest nature. But you all have evolved, right? You all have evolved. You're elevating, you're growing, and you're able to witness now that by having certain women to become a part of your lives, it was actually destroying you, right? Those bad chicks were destroying you. The ones with the big booties, the nice bodies, destroying my whole life. I was being blinded by the booty. I was being blinded and finessed by the beauty. And so with a lot of men waking up and realizing, hold on, I need to stop just basing who I smash off of the physical. I need to stop basing who I choose to wipe up just based upon the physical. And I need to actually find a woman with very substantial characteristics and qualities and traits and mentalities and personalities to build with. That's when it got it was a whole new wake up. And a lot of these women were shaken up by that because they were not used to dealing with men that they could not finesse by way of just the physical. Why do y'all think so many of these chicks started to go and get these botched BBLs? You know, all of these damn fillers and injections and lifts. It was because they felt like all I need to really focus and hone in on is the physical because that is the meal ticket. So let me invest heavily in my physical alone, because that is the entry and that is the way to gain complete and total access. Please follow me. The reason why y'all saw so many women risk their lives to this day. Now, what we're starting to see now is the beginning of the end of the whole botch BBL, fake body movement. I believe that we are now in the beginning stages of the end of that, because women are observant and peeping game on the men. Men don't like certain things that are not natural or things that won't really bring them real value. Like, your botch BBL is a liability, because I'm going to have to constantly invest into that to make sure that that is being maintained, and the upkeep on that will be expensive. Like, I don't want to deal with that. So no. So we are at the beginning stages of the ending of that. But the reason why a lot of women were risking their lives and heavily investing into the physical and spending all that damn money on booties and titties and all that, and snatch waist and removing ribs and shit, was because for a very long time, that was the meal ticket. That was the entry level way to gain access to some of the top notch, quote unquote, high value men. Why? Because men were only focused on how sexy a woman was, how fat that ass was, how big the tit. That's all. That's all you need. I don't care about your mentality, your lifestyle, your personality, what you do, what you don't do, what you can offer. I don't give a damn about that. What that mouth do, what that ass sitting for. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the men were fixated on. So a lot of the women felt like, well, there's no real need for me to try to develop any other skills or traits outside of my beauty, because men not checking for that anyway. Y'all don't care about a woman having a good sense of humor. Y'all don't care about a woman being somebody that is submissive and cooperative, and somebody that you can talk to and relate to. Y'all don't care about that. You care about what that ass do. So let me just focus on what that ass do. Why? Because clearly that is the way to get a man to sponsor you, wine and dine you, marry you, and you ultimately get the chance to finesse, get over, manipulate, control. But what had happened was, and it was seemingly overnight, that's how fast and rapid this happened. What happened was, a lot of men snapped about it and said, I don't care nothing about that shit. And yes, it is in my nature as a man to look for women that are physically appealing, enticing, attractive. But I am not just going to focus on your butt and that be the end of it. No, ma'am. I'm losing money. I'm losing my peace, my sanity, my livelihood, my kids. I'm losing everything that I have worked so hard to build for myself over a fat ass and a pretty face. No, ma'am. And no more. No mas. And what that did was shake up the whole foundation of a lot of these women. To where it was like, damn, I got the nice body. I got the sex appeal. I got the pretty face. I got the bust down wigs. I got everything physically that a man is looking for. But I have nothing more or outside of that to offer him. So by default, I'm X'd out. And with that happening in mass, in abundance, how it did, I'm telling y'all, these women did not know what the hell to do. They didn't know what to do, but to try to be honest with you and say, hold on, you all, like, this is what we've been doing, and we don't like this, and, let me just come clean. That way, hopefully, I can redeem myself. That's why that started to happen. That's why we're starting to see more and more women just be honest like this, because the men already know the truth. So I might as well just go ahead and confirm it. Right? And let me say this as well, and we're going to continue with the video. Again, y'all, we should have at least as close to 1,000 likes as possible. Like, share, comment, and subscribe real talking a little big sis. Another harsh and rude reality. Hold on. Another harsh and rude reality that really chin checked a lot of these females was the fact that they were getting the attention, right? This is the catch to it all. They were getting the initial attention from the men because they were sexy or they were attractive. They were beautiful women. But what caught them off guard was when they were still getting rejected. Hear me out. They were still getting rejected. Why? Why? Why were they still? They were still getting rejected because, like I just said, they did not and they could not offer anything more to these men outside of just the physical. And a lot of these chicks start to realize, well, damn, it is a new breed of men. No longer can I just solidify a bag, solidify a husband, solidify a marriage and relationship, a family, whatever the case may have been, merely off of my physical attributes alone. They are looking for a woman, like I said, that is submissive, cooperative, fit, feminine, friendly, a woman that they can relate to, a woman that knows how to take direction, a woman that knows how to listen. Like, they're looking for those qualities. That is what solidifies you to come on in. They were realizing that, yeah, my looks get me in the door, but it's not keeping me in the damn house. What is going on? That slapped them in their damn face so damn hard. So I was like, whoa, this is a new time. I used to be able to get married off of just a fat ass. What's going on? I'm used to being able to put that guac 9,000 on a man and him just be like, okay, baby, what you need, what you want. But they were not even able to get to that level with these men. The men were like, okay, you're attractive. Let me holler at you. Let me talk to you. Let me get to know you. And then when they were trying to get to know these women, it was nothing there. There was no chemistry. There was no depth. There was no relatability. There was no chemistry. It was nothing. So it's like, oh, well, it's not going to go anywhere. Like, I'll be able to get a nut off of you, but that's about it. And honestly, I don't want to waste my energy in that way. I don't want to potentially ruin my life in that way by dealing with a female that I don't like, so you won't even get the penis either. You're dismissed. And that was mind-blowing. Like, what? Hold on. I didn't even get to manipulate you by way of head. What? Whoa. You mean to tell me I can't get you to invest into me based upon my beauty alone, get you to open up to me and trust me based upon my beauty alone, then me go to your house, because I know you got, a lot to offer to a woman. Go to your house, blow your mind with this esophagus, blow your mind with that ass though, and then get you to be completely just pussy whipped, head whipped, whatever. And then me be able to further manipulate, control, and conquer you. You messing up my whole game. Men cut off sex so damn abruptly. Men cut off access to them so damn abruptly. These females' heads start spinning. And all of them start to say, oh, I'm a born-again Christian. Come on, you all. Y'all saw it happening. All these women start to say, oh, I can't wait to be submissive to my husband. Why do y'all think that happened? They got real reality checks. And like I'm saying, it was some of the baddest chicks. And y'all know what was the real kicker? The real kicker was when they were able to turn around and say, or see rather, that the same men that they wanted for themselves were entertaining the 6s, the 5s. What? You married her? Over me? Mind blown. What? I know damn well her ass ain't fatter than mine. Titties ain't rounder than mine. Head game ain't superb like mine. Ass ain't. Come on, what? You married her average ass at best over me. Mind blown. And it was because a lot of men involved in mass started to want way more out of a woman than just the physical. And with that meant a lot of women, and like I said, even the more attractive women, not having access to men in that way because they did not develop anything more outside of just being pretty, outside of just having, good sex skills. If that. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of the pretty women, they feel like they can get away just with just laying there, Oh no, I don't want to mess up my nails. I don't want to mess up my hair. I mess up my makeup. Like, no, I'm just gonna be a starfish and you do your thing. So I can't even say just coasting off of good sex because a lot of them, the badder they are, they feel like, I'm just lay here, nigga, because do you see me? Like, this should be good enough. Like, you ain't finna be popping my knees, nigga. So, yeah, those same men that those women would love to be with were choosing up on those 5s and 6s because guess what? That 5 and 6, she was a 10 when it came to submission. She was a 10 when it came to cooperation. She was a 10 when it came to loyalty. She was a 10 when it came to cooking and cleaning. She was a 10 when it came to bouncing ideas and bouncing that ass. She was a 10 when it came to being a good wife and a mother. She was a 10, like in all ways. These women were hitting on some of the best and major qualities and attributes that a man was looking for, which ultimately disqualified some of the baddest chicks because they had nothing to offer but being a bad chick. And dare I say, those same bad chicks were just bad women altogether. Bad investments, bad looks, everything. Hold on. I'm going to tell him, Dexter. We're going to tell him. Hey, Bella. Okay, let me see what y'all saying, then we're going to get back into this video. Y'all, we should have at least 1,025 likes. Don't play with us. Thank you so much, PG. It says you are so good, so honest. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to be, PG. Okay. I don't know what else to be. All I can be is myself and be honest and be transparent, and y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. All right. But one thing you cannot say is I did not tell the truth. Amen. Amen. Okay. But thank you so much, PG. I appreciate that. Thank you, the Black community whistleblower. It says, never forget 90s. We love pretty chicks when they wore baggy jeans and t-shirts. Ugly chicks showed more to compete with other women. Now they compete with surgery and 20 ounces of makeup. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. How times have changed. Amen. Thank you, Damien. It says you dropping gems and like the smooth, natural look. Oh, thank you so much, Damien. My sister-in-law, she likes real natural makeup, like light makeup. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it out, and I tried it out, and it's actually less time consuming, so there's no lashes, there's no eye makeup, just a little lip gloss or a lip liner, and a little blush, not too much. But thank you so much, Damien. It took me 15 minutes to put this shit on. I like that. Okay, I like that. But thank you so much. Thank you, HJM. It says we never asked for BBLs. It was literally thrust upon us. We have always wanted more. We just had no choices. Passports to the rescue. Another one. Now, hold on now. But I gotta be honest with you, HJM, because I can't be nothing but that, right? A lot of these chicks were seeing a lot of men chasing up behind the women with the big booties, the really small waist, the big breasts, you know, the typical like IG hoe. Like they saw that. And so since they saw that a lot of you all were entertaining those type, they thought, well, apparently that's what they like. So let me do what I see the men are giving attention to. Let me do and become what I see a lot of the men are giving their energy to. So we can't be disingenuous and act like, oh, we never wanted that and we didn't ask for that. It was just thrust upon us. Sure. But at the same time, it was way too many men out there that was going for the BBL. As a matter of fact, what was I doing? I don't know if I was, this guy, he wanted me to be a part of a project. And I had went and sat down with him. This was years ago. Back when I was doing like spoken word and poetry. He wanted me to do something to be a part of his project. He was putting together like some kind of festival or festivity. I don't know what the hell. But he was bringing, like he had brought it up to me. He was like, because back then I was really, really small, right? And he had brought it up to me like, you know, in hindsight, like looking back on it, I think he was trying to like maybe push up on your little big sis. I don't know. I hate that. People be like, oh, you know, I'ma just try to talk to her under the guise of, you know, just doing business. Nigga, get your ass out of here. But he had brought up, he was like, yeah, you know, like a woman like yourself, like you got a real nice shape, you know, but ain't nothing wrong with, you know, doing some enhancements and, you know, getting maybe a Brazilian butt lift, look real good. You know, just go to Brazil, get this done. And I'm like, I said, no, I don't do all of that. So we're not going to lie and act like it wasn't men out here like, yeah, them BBLs is nice. Now, y'all could argue that maybe we're above and beyond with the BBLs. We're overboard, sure. But we're not going to act like the men did not like the BBLs. Yes, y'all did. Yes, y'all did. And that's what y'all was giving attention to. But this is also why we're starting to see that shift happening. The reason why we're starting to see this shift happening is because the men shifted gears in what they were giving their attention to. That's what I talked about in our previous discussion. I said men are the trendsetters. Whatever you all pay attention to, whatever you all reward and validate, that is ultimately what these women will try to become. Even the quote unquote real women's boss chicks, we don't listen to y'all. We don't care about what y'all say. We don't care about what y'all doing. They are the main ones. So the reason why you're starting to see these shifts happening is because the men have changed the game. Okay, you all stop giving so much validity to the BBLs. You all stop entertaining these thought bots. That's what had happened. Okay, but let's not play. Thank you, M Hood. It says y'all hypocrites and dudes with tools are little simps for hoe. M Hood, get your dusty, musty, crusty. I'm so damn lame. I gotta use a tiger looking ass or a lion as my damn picture. Get your whack ass. And here's the irony to it all. Okay, M Hood. Now M Hood tried to bring his we gonna use what these real women call these type of guys. We gonna call y'all musty and dusty. M Hood tried to bring his dusty ass up in here, right? Trying to shame my crown heads for coming through and supporting Little Big Sis by saying, oh, y'all some hypocrites, nigga. Y'all really don't understand that this bitch is doing the same thing as these bitches. It's like, okay, whatever, nigga. Okay. This bitch doing this. I even had somebody on my post, and I'm just getting in the habit of just deleting. I'm not gonna respond or nothing. But since you gave me some money with your simp ass, we gonna go ahead and address you. But I had somebody on my community wall in the comments talking about, yeah, what she's saying is facts, and you know what she's saying is real, but you know, it's not her reality. You know, a lot of these chicks are just using red pill to get over, and they just using red pill. Nigga, you don't know me, clearly. I've been doing this way before money, way before I had a big following, way before YouTube, all of this shit. I've been saying and doing the same things since at least 2013. Please miss me with that bullshit. How dare you say it's not my reality when I've been living this shit for 10 plus years? And I don't even get into the whole nitty gritty of red pill, blue pill, purple pill. I don't even get into all the damn pills and shit. I don't take pills. Amen. I'm natural, organic. My food is my damn medicine. I can drink smoothies and shit. So I don't even get into damn pills. But it just be the audacity for these same lame ass motherfuckers to come through, don't know what they talking about, with the most to say. Or this not her reality, and I've been married for 10 plus years with the same man. But come on now, get the fuck out of here. Okay? Been practicing what I've been preaching. I don't know where you've been at, but another story. But now we got M Hood coming through. Talking about y'all are hypocrites and dudes with tools up in here are what the fuck are little simps for the host. And then the catch to it all is M Hood, you just gave me $1.99. Do you not know that $1.99 is going to add up? And you are essentially, quote unquote, doing the same thing that you're trying to accuse these men in here of doing? It don't matter that you gave $1, $2, $3, a penny, nigga. You still are contributing to, simping. So can we just please stop? It just be the hypocrisy for me. Now, how are you not a hypocrite, M Hood, when you giving the same hoe, the bitch, right, money? I'm gonna take that same $1.99 and buy me some damn Tic Tacs with that shit. So come on now. I just y'all be missing the mark. Y'all be missing the mark. It don't be landing how y'all think it's gonna land, baby. It just don't. Chris says no pill poppers over here. Yeah, we drink smoothies and water, bitch. Come again. And while you at it, subscribe. Fuck, since you in here anyway, you might as well just subscribe. The fuck? I mean, since you giving money and shit, you might as well subscribe with your simp ass. I mean, God, dog. Yeah, this is hypocrisy. Y'all giving this bitch money, and I'm giving this bitch money too. So, I guess I'm a hypocrite too. Yeah, bow back into the damn bushes like Homer Simpson on that damn meme. Just go ahead and dial it back to the bushes. Because, nigga, you just as hypocritical if that's the case. Thank you, Keys. It says, sorry, typo, Belle Biv DeVoe. Okay, let me get to it. It just be, I just can't. It be the hypocrisy for me. Just the hypocrisy for me. And then don't even know me. You don't know shit about me. But you over here, oh, this bitch. And it just grinds my gears. This nigga over here trying to shame y'all. And then he doing the same thing that he's calling y'all hypocrite for. Like, come on. Key says, no, Danica. Some of us always believed in Belle Biv DeVoe. Okay. Are they the ones don't trust a big butt and a smile? Y'all know. That girl is poison. Poison. I don't know. And I'm not going to say that you can't trust an attractive woman because, your little sis ain't ugly. But it's all about the patterns, the history, the track record. Is it in alignment? Does it make sense? Does it add up? Like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about looking at stuff at a holistic level. Don't just go based upon one thing and be like, okay, great. Because I'm gonna tell y'all this also. You can have some of the most, and thank you so much, the main lion. And the main lion was actually the one who sent me over this link. But you also have some of the most modest of women, the most classy, quote unquote, of women, and they are the biggest hoes. So it really is a matter of you just being able to scope out and analyze every woman on an individual level. Okay, that's all I can ask for. The main lion says, they say plenty fish are in the sea, but how can we men expect the catch when we perfectly fine pulling bottom feeder women into our boat? Hold the line, fellas. We got this. And you know what, the main lion? I would love to drop the link for you so you can come up. Since you are the one who inspired this dope discussion, I would love for you, if you have the time or if you can, I would love for you to come through and kind of give your take on some things. Because you are one of the men that are under the impression of you don't entertain any woman on any level. It doesn't matter how attractive she is. It doesn't matter how fine, sexy she is. It doesn't matter. If she's somebody that is ultimately a liability, you don't touch her. And I think a lot of men could relate to that and appreciate that. And, you know, they would also like your insight behind why you are saying that. Okay. Am I caught up, you all? Hold on. If I miss you, I apologize. Hold on. Let me go to the funding. That damn hypocritical ass, what was his name? Okay, I got that one. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody. Game Changer says, if A pluses are lacking attention, yet 1,000 in the chat. I don't get what you're saying, Game Changer. Lamar says, many women in gyms being ignored, I noticed. John Henry says, you can have the man you want if you are the woman he wants. Value has no worth unless it's agreed upon. Dem I says, we aren't playing the victim Olympics anymore. We would rather not have the headache and just go where we are appreciated. It says, hashtag be mad in the car. Whoopsie. John Till says, a chick will have to, I got that one already. I think I'm caught up. Now I'm trying to understand what Game Changer is saying. He's saying A plus are lacking attention, yet 1,000 in the chat. Are you saying in regards to me? I am a one-off individual situation. And to me, that still proves my point, though. It still proves the point of men will pay attention to you if you are attractive. Like, that can get you in the door. But is that going to make you stay? No. That's my whole point. I'm not saying that men are just ignoring fine, badass bitches. No, not saying that. Okay, and I'm not even trying to say I'm a fine, badass chick. I ain't doing all that. I'm just saying, based upon what your super chat is implying, is saying that, oh, what you're saying is being disingenuous because clearly you're somebody that is attractive and you have 1,000 people in the chat, mostly men watching you. So clearly that's a fallacy. And to that, I am saying, Game Changer, I am not saying that men are not physical, visual creatures and they are just completely not attracted to or paying attention to or validating women that are attractive. Yes, that will get you in the door. But what are you about? Is it in alignment? Does it match up? Does it add up? Is she actively living out what she's talking about? If she's beautiful, if she's attractive, and she has all these great attributes accompanied with that, that's all that men are looking for. That is a keeper. But if I was on here, Game Changer, and I'm beautiful, yet I'm full of shit, I highly doubt I would have as much support as I get. I highly doubt I would have as many views as I get. I just highly doubt it. And I can comfortably and wholeheartedly say that because I've seen some of the most attractive women come online and nobody's caring. Like, nobody's super chatting, nobody's supporting, nobody's subscribing, nobody's watching. Like, it's just, it don't hit the same. Men are looking for more holistic qualities to add up when it comes to a woman being attractive. Yes, it will initially get you in, but as far as keeping you there, no, absolutely not. Okay, let me see. HJM says, Lil Big Sis, nobody asked for BBLs. We wanted the real deal that they trying to fake, excuse me, and imitate. You may prefer steak, but a microwave hot dog will do in a pinch. HJM, I gotta be honest, like it was men out here going for the BBLs. Come on now, we're not gonna do it. That is why so many women went to go get them. Oh, they like big booties. They like this. They like, no, let me get a massive one. Now you can say they went overboard. I will give you that. But to say that the men were not checking for the BBLs is just not right. That's a lie. They were, which is why so many women went to go get one. And then they went over the top and overboard because they tried to start to compete with the women. You know what I mean? Now y'all can say that, and I'll give you that. But to say, oh, we didn't ask for that, we didn't want that. I don't know. Even you asked for it without asking for it by entertaining it. So y'all probably didn't outright say, oh, I want a chick with a BBL. But because you were liking the pictures, you were commenting, you were entertaining these women, you were wiping these women up, you gave the impression that you were asking for. So let me give you a bigger and better one. And before you know it, it became more and more botched, more and more cheap looking, more and more ridiculous, where it's like, okay, this is too much. I don't like this no more. Let me go back the natural route. And since so many of the men are going back to the natural route, it is forcing a lot of these women to want to get rid of that over the top botched BBL look. Come on now, SJM. You know I'm gonna be real with you. Glow says, screw dude. It be the niggas with the tiger profile. It be either a tiger, a lion, what else? A bear. Anyway, with the tiger profile picture that sit in the back of a community college classroom with a black leather jacket on during the summertime, just musty as hell. You know, just sweating and shit. Just mad as a motherfucker. You simps giving her money? Let me get her some money too. Like, that made no sense. And then tried to say that it was hypocritical, and then turned around and did the same hypocritical shit that he trying to criticize y'all for. Can you stop? Are you dumb? But thank you for that super chat though. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the clown ass troll, and still contributed to my damn bottom line. According to him. Oh, that bitch just finessing y'all. This bitch, this is hypocritical. And then you proceed to do some hypocritical shit. Okay, go off though, bro. I got Chris. Am I caught up, y'all? I think I am. Yes. Okay, let's get back into the video. Okay.
Or if she thick enough, or if she got light enough skin, or she's a preference, y'all don't be that, strong. That's just the honest truth.
When you're easily manipulated by what's between a woman's legs, then you can be manipulated by women. There will be a woman out there who can manipulate you. And far too many men are manipulated just by the promise of maybe getting to bust some cheeks. I think one of the markers that I view as true discipline and strength when it comes to a man are not really the standards he won't break, but more the women he turned down, regardless of how fine she looked, because she would have let him smash, but he turned her down because he had morals and the code of ethics that his life was based on, right? He had some self-respect, and he walked away because
self-discipline. I think men underestimate how sexual discipline is, or a man just having discipline in general is. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'll get completely turned off by a guy that would just fuck anything because it's cute or it's attractive or it's sexy. Like, to me, that shows a lack of discipline. And so if you are a man and you lack discipline in that regard, how can I therefore as a woman trust you to properly lead, guide, and ultimately protect? You know what I mean? If at any given chance you can be, I guess, pulled by your flesh. Like, I personally find that to be unattractive. It's where it's like, oh yeah, she ain't shit, but she bad in the motherfucker, so I'm gonna knock it down. Like, no, What honestly attracted me even to my husband was the fact that I knew and I know and I could see that he could knock down some of the baddest chicks, but he didn't. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that was sexy. To me, that showed a level of integrity. It showed that this was a man that was, like I said, disciplined, and this man has stuff to offer and to lose. He understood his value, so much so that he's not going to roll around in the mud just because, that chick was bad and that chick was sexy and, I can get a nut. It's just a whole nother level of just sex appeal that a man carries when he is turning down chicks that are not meeting his standard as far as the quality of the woman is concerned. But let me continue.
Because he couldn't deal with it. But a lot of guys today.
Oh, and let me also say this. It also made me feel a lot more exclusive as his woman, because I knew that not any woman that was attractive could have access to him in that way. So I would say on some subconscious level or conscious level, it kind of strokes a woman's ego to know that she's with a man that not a lot of women can get with, and it doesn't matter how fine she is. Doesn't matter how fat that ass is. Like, no, you got to come correct in order for him to even get you with. And to me, that's just top tier. You can't compete with a man like that, period, in my opinion.
That you guys see, who even some of them may have a lot of chicks around them. They're going through hell. They're going through hell with those women.
And that's facts, Shisha. Oftentimes, and I feel like that's why a lot of men did kind of cut off access to women that were not up to par, but she was sexy and fine, was because they would lay down with these women and it wasn't even all of that to them. It was trash. Like, I ain't trying to say it was trash dick to them. Like, I was just fucking her because it wasn't nothing else to do. She was bad. She was on that ass. It is what it is. It didn't really mean anything to that man because, like I said, I keep telling y'all, we operate on different levels when it comes to sex, when it pertains to men and women. You all, as men, you can be a lot more physical in that regard, to where there's, how to turn your emotions off. How to turn off, that connective type of energy, if you will. You know how to shut it off and shut it down and make it to be just an orgasm situation. Whereas when it pertains to women, we can get highly invested into a man to where we can become obsessed, right? Like, I know that you probably don't like me like that. It was merely just a roll in the sack for you. But because we're wired differently, it just hit different. No pun intended. And before you know it, you got this chick slashing your tires, busting out your windows, trying to sabotage every relationship that you enter into, trying to ruin your life and everything, because once you entered into her on that level, it triggers something within her as a woman, with us being more of the emotional based creature, just to be like, oh, you're mine now, And so I don't want to see anybody else with you. I've seen a lot of tragic situations transpire based upon a man just getting a nut off with an attractive woman. But it was way more than that for her, right? And so you just got to be careful with just who you penetrate and who you lay down with. It can end tragically. And I feel like I'm saying, that's why so many men kind of dial back from doing even that, because these chicks can go crazy. They can ruin your life. So no, I'm not going to fuck you just because. No, ma'am.
Women are popping up. Police are being called. Tires getting slashed. And they deal with crazy women just because they can't resist the cheeks. Let's keep listening.
I don't even like when a man is moved by my beauty. When a man don't care how pretty I am, when a man don't care about nothing physical, oh, that is such a turn on.
Oh, now they want to tell the truth. Now they want to be honest. I've been telling my brothers this. I've been telling my brothers this for years. Years. Why do y'all think the men who don't pay these females a lot of attention or a lot of mind are the main ones getting quote unquote chased by those same women? Come on, you all. Let's peep the game. When you start to be too thirsty and you just go whatever is attractive and sexy and all that, you know, you come off as a man that does not have a lot to offer. You do not have a lot to lose. You do not have a lot of options, and you're desperate ultimately. We like men who know who they are, and they are not just going to entertain any old chick. We like highly selective men. Why? Because it makes us feel special when he selects us. Let's really go there, you all. We gotta peep the game. We do not like men that are just like, oh, you're just so beautiful. Let me give you the world just because you're beautiful. No. I don't care how much these females try to lie to y'all. We love when we have to work for the perk. We do not want to feel like, oh, he's just doing this because, I'm just this and I'm. No, we want to work for the perk. I don't care what they say. Okay. Now they'll lie to you to try to manipulate and finesse you and say, oh no, I don't want that. See, a real man, he'll just do this and he'll just do that because I'm a real woman. No, every woman wants to work for the perk because we want to feel like we've earned it. We want to feel like we deserved it. We want to feel like we're being rewarded. And so if you're just giving us just because we fine or just because we look good and just because we beautiful, like that strips away that, I don't know, that challenge from the situation. I don't know how to really articulate that or explain it, but on some level we get turned off by it. We love men that make us work with a part. We don't want nothing that's too easy. Okay? Because like you said earlier, if I'm getting it and it's too easy, I already know another woman can easily come through and get the same thing out of you. This is why I need a man that is strong and heavily on the discipline in all facets of your life. When it comes to sex, I need you to be disciplined. When it comes to money, when it comes to your time, when it comes to you as a man, self-development, self-improvement, I need you to be disciplined all the way around with your health, everything. Because if you are going to be solidified as a man, that illustrates to me as a woman that if I were to get with you or if you were to choose me, I would be solidified as well. And so y'all gotta peep game with that. We do not like men that are just like, oh, okay, let me just give you the world because you're so beautiful. No, we want to work with a perk. That is how we are able to determine if you are a type of man that is going to protect the foundation. Because you don't just give shit away just because. No, it has to be deserving. It has to be worked for. On some subconscious or conscious level, that is what that indicates to us as women. If you just give it away freely because, oh, it's just this, no, I can't trust you to really protect me or give me a strong, sturdy foundation because you're just giving shit away just for the hell of it. No, I need a man that's going to be selective. I need a man that's going to be disciplined, protective. Come on.
That's the kind of man that I'm competing for that one, baby. And y'all women got to understand that. Those are the men that deserves us to compete. Those are the men that deserves us putting our best foot forward. No, it's not a lot of them, but they out there. No, it's not a lot of great, good women out there, but they're out there. And fellas, y'all know I love y'all, but I got to keep it real. I want y'all to have that same energy for all women. I don't care how beautiful she is. I don't care how nice her body is. Don't compromise your standards. Right. Because the woman that's worthy of respect is watching that. And I don't care how fine a man is. I don't care how much money he got. When I see he can be manipulated, when I see he's moved by booty, completely turned off. I don't care. You can't buy me, so I don't care. And just keep those same standards for everybody. But keep those same standards for every woman. Not just the ones you're not that attracted to. And ladies, learn the difference between a man not being able to be manipulated and the man that just simply don't want you. Because sometimes the man just don't want you. Like, it don't have nothing to do with you. He just don't want you.
Facts.
But also sometimes he just can't be manipulated. He don't care how pretty you are. He don't care how thick you are.
Right.
And see, simps have spoiled us.
Uh-oh.
Myself included. Simps have spoiled us. We get things just because we're pretty a lot of times.
Oh. Now she dropping a lot of gems and jewels. We gotta break it down. The first gem and jewel that she dropped was, and I see our donation, I'm gonna get to it. And Main Lion, are you still in the building? That's the link for the Main Lion. If the Main Lion is still here, because he is the one who inspired today's dope discussion and sent me the link, I would love for him to come up. So that is the link for the Main Lion only. Okay. But the first gem and jewel that she dropped, you don't trust her. The one, you ain't gotta trust her, but she's still speaking facts. Okay. The first gem and jewel that she dropped was, she said, fellas, please keep that same energy when it comes to all women. Don't make an exception because she's fine. Don't make an exception because she's attractive. Why? Because the women who are worth your time, your energy, your efforts, and everything of that sort, they are watching you. They're taking notes on you. And I just said that earlier, even when I was talking about my husband. The thing that intrigued me about him the most was the fact that I knew I could see these females just thirsting over him, and he would not pay them any mind. You know, and they were attractive women. Let's not get it twisted. We are analyzing that. We are peeping game on that. It adds another level of just top tier energy to you. I don't even know how to express that correctly, but it really does something to where it's like, oh, damn, he's different. It's easy for a guy, especially if you are an attractive guy and all that. It's so easy for y'all to knock down some of the baddest chicks. But when we are able to see that you are highly selective, man, it's chef kiss. It's just no other way to put it. Okay. Gangster says sexual isolation is the greatest manipulation. I don't get it. Gangster says, when is Trash D giving the world? You'll be Gangster. I think that you come at things from a male's point of view. You're not a woman. And that's why I'm saying, like, that's why even in our previous dope discussions when we were having this conversation, I kept saying, but I'm a woman though, so it could be different for you. But I'm speaking as a woman. I know how we're wired. You're thinking that you're just giving this bitch trash dick and you're getting your issue off and you're moving on. But to her, when we are laying down, that's another level of intimacy. When it comes to a woman, the way we're wired a lot of the times, even if we're GMO, right? We can be the most GMO out of our natural organic states of mind, the whole nine. But due to the way that we're wired in our nature, when a man penetrates us, we have it in our minds that now that man is taking our relationship to a new level, even if it's not even a relationship. In our minds, because he was able to penetrate me, that means he has a level of trust when it comes to me. That means he has a level of love when it comes to me, care. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't be fucking me. That's how we think as women. To men, it's like, bitch, I'm just getting my nut and you can go home. But to us, it could be the world. Trash dick to you and all. Let me put it like this, Game Changer. There's been so many women that I have come into contact with, and they're telling me about their previous relationships, right? And I'm just using this merely as an example to what I'm trying to convey to you. There's been situations to where these women were in relationships with these men, right? And these men were trash. They were cheating on them left and right. The dick really wasn't all that good and everything. All of that. But because she was so in love with that man, because she felt like him penetrating her took things to another level, it completely made her delusional. Y'all got to understand, when it comes to women, we are very emotional. Not saying that we are not logical and all of that, but we can be so emotional to where it carries over and bleeds into delusion. So trash D to you could be the world to me. Nigga, I love you now. You're my husband after this trash D. And that's trash D to you. But I've seen those same women be in relationships with those guys who were dogging them out, giving them, you know, subpar penis and everything of that sort. And while they were with those men, it was the best dick ever though. But it was just so amazing though. Because we can be so wrapped up in our emotions that we create situations to be nothing to where what it really is. You can just be like, bitch, I don't even like you like that, but I just want them cheeks. Bring that ass. Let me get my issue off, and I'm gonna send you back to your apartment. But you don't know in what ways you are opening that woman up when you are penetrating her. It is different for women. We get way attacked. I've even seen Game Changer a situation to where these women try to act like y'all when it comes to being a man, quote unquote. I would call it nigga behavior. I wouldn't classify that as being a man, honestly, in my opinion. A man just knocking down a chick just because she looks good and needs to get a nut off. Like, to me, that's a little boy shit. But I mean, that's my opinion. I'm a woman, you know. But I've seen women try to act like real niggas, right? So it's like, oh girl, I'm just here to hit and quit that. Like, fuck that. Like, I ain't trying to get all serious. I ain't trying to settle down. You know, I'm just out here living my best life. I've seen those same women try to act like males and get completely engulfed in a whole damn invisible relationship with the same man that she was just trying to hit and quit. We're wired differently, ma'am. You can't do what a male can do. You're a female. Your nature is wired differently. It's set up differently. So she's thinking that she's having a one-night stand, just getting her issue off. I ain't trying to do too much. I ain't trying to make love to this nigga. I'm just trying to get my issue. It is what it is. In love. Blowing a nigga up left and right. Why you ain't called me back? Like, cause bitch, I just gave you trash dick and I was on to the next. It wasn't that for me. And for her, she thought that it wasn't that for her either. But because we're women and we're wired differently, it became something. And yes, it could not even been a spectacular situation to where, oh my God, he gave me the most mind-blowing sex in the world. And now I'm just out of my damn element. It could not even be that. It could be the mere fact, the long game changer, that you don't want me, that's making me want you. It could be the mere fact alone that I know you gave me trash dick on purpose and you got your nut off. And now I have my mission to try to win you over to where you give me bomb sex next time. You missing the point as far as what I'm saying when it comes to women. We're wired completely differently. What's nothing to you could be everything to her. You know what I mean? And let's say, I'm going to speak the facts, Bella. I'm going to speak the facts, KLBs, because I feel like a lot of men miss the mark when it comes to that. We're not the same. So, for example, Game Changer, you could, let's say I'm one of those bad chicks that are trash, right? And you're like, okay, I'm going to just get that bitch some trash dick and go about my life because, you know, ain't a lot of good women out here anyway. And whatever. Let me just go ahead and knock down this trash ass female. At least she look good though. And so you knock me down and you giving me some trash peen to you. And maybe it's trash peen to me as well. But let's say after the fact, I have it in my mind that it is now my mission and my duty to win you over, to prove to you that you do want to be with me, Game Changer, and you do want to give me the best sex of your life. You do want to do. So now I'm fixated and I'm obsessed over proving you wrong, over winning you over showing you that, look, now I have the leverage. Now I have the one up over you. I'm going to have you thirsting over me now. Women, we can be wired like that. And let's say you don't budge, game changer. Well, now you just created a monster. Now I'm getting ready to pull up to your house, bust out your damn window, slash your car, tires and everything, because I know that you don't like me like that. You don't see me like that. And I'm not winning at this game that I'm playing. It could even go to that route. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all following me. If you don't, it's okay. But I'm telling y'all, it could be a dangerous game that you're playing when you're like, well, I might as well fuck her because ain't a lot of pussy out here attached to, you know, attractive women. So I might as well. Be careful with that. Do what you want to do. But I'm just saying that can be a dangerous game. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Gangster says, if you ignore her, she want you more. If you give her trash D, she want you more. You give her good D, she wants you more. Might as well give trash. You missing the point, game changer. You missing the point. But okay, do what you want to do. You a grown ass man. You a grown ass man. I'm just giving you a little bit. I'm just giving you my little big sis insight. That's it. AJ says, Lil Big says, how many wives you know with BBLs? None, to be honest. To be honest, I don't know any. John Till says, scary movie, we made love. No, you suck my, Lord have mercy. That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be completely different for women. So you might as well just, and I get what Game Changer is saying. He's like, either way, you damn if you do, damn if you don't. But what I'm saying, Game Changer, is if you do, it could be a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? It could be a lot worse than if you just don't. Can you imagine piping down a female that is already crazy? Like, I get what you're saying. Like, these bitches crazy anyway. I might as well just get my issue off. But you're adding another level of crazy to it. Because now you're giving her an invite into delusion. Because when we lay down, I feel as a woman that, you know, we're on a deeper level now. You give her access to you in a deeper way to where it can just add another level of crazy is all I'm saying. Not saying that women won't be crazy at all because you're cutting off access. I'm saying it can add another level to it that you can otherwise avoid if you just don't engage. That's my point. Gangster says, why are we protecting emotions of past me's? You're not. You're protecting yourself from past me's. You're protecting yourself, Gangster. You're coming from it. You're coming from the lens of, I'm just going to get over on these bitches. I'm not trying to protect her feelings or make her feel better. It's not about, we're not even thinking about these hoes. Okay? It's not about them at all. It is always about the man. Why? Because you all are the leaders. You all are the teachers. You are the ones that are going to provide and protect. So it's always going to be about you protecting you. Because if you're protected and then you invite a woman to be a part of your life, she's going to be protected as well. You know, so get out of the perception of we're trying to help you to spare these hoes' feelings. We're not. It's about protecting you from these hoes. If you lay down with rats, don't get mad when they come to your house begging for cheese that they ain't gonna never get. Well, I'm gonna still come to your house looking for that cheese until you finally give it to me. Because after all, you lay down with me, which means that, you know, you love me. You want to be with me. You like me. Which means, you know, you don't mind giving me no cheese. And I'm gonna wait around outside your damn door for that cheese until you finally cave in and give me some. You just playing hard to get with the cheese, but I'm gonna get it because clearly you like me because you had sex with me. That's how women think. So it's not about protecting their emotions. It's about protecting your damn sanity, your peace, your money. Like, I think you're missing the mark. That is on her. Why should I care if she is past me? Okay, well, if you don't care about yourself, game changer, then you do you. Just don't get mad when these hoes come busting down your damn windows and keying your car and blowing you up, talking about, but do you love me though? Just don't get mad. I don't want to hear shit about what happens to you after you let a piss poor quality woman come into your life. I don't want to hear shit about, oh, she's stalking me now, and oh, she's obsessed with me, and oh, I can't believe Trash Dick created this monster. I don't want to hear it because you invited it into your bedroom. Okay? You invited another level of crazy into your life by giving sexual access to you in that way. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to completely eliminate the problems when it comes to women, but why not at least avoid what you can? But at the end of the day, guys, you a grown ass man. If you want to lay down with hoes, have it. Okay. Pac-Man says random, but D, you look younger with fresh face. And that's why I put on my damn makeup. God damn. That's why I put on my damn makeup, Pac-Man, because I look like I'm a look. Bitch. Do y'all see this? I look like a damn, like, who daughter is this? Like, who daughter is it? I need to look like a grown woman. Shit. That's why I put on my damn eyelashes. They be like, oh, that bitch got all that makeup, all that fake up, because them bitches be ugly. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not ugly. I wear makeup to make myself look like I'm an adult, bitch. That's all. It ain't got nothing to do with me being ugly, trying to hide nothing. No, I look like a child. Sexual isolation. I got that one. Let me see. Perry says, fellas, we have to cease and desist simping. We have to put these real women in their place. Men want a wife, not another man. Whoopsie. Bars. Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop the link again for the main lion. Edit, paste. That is the link for the main lion. Only the main lion can come up. Okay. If you are still here, let me go to the bottom. Perry again says, what it really boils down to is that modern women are completely selfish. Gotta stop simping, fellas, and put, okay, you did, you re-put it. I was gonna get to it. And I did drop the link for you, main lion. Hopefully you got good connection this time, because when we was live on Patreon, we couldn't hear you at all. Game Changer says, turn down a crazy bra and the results are the same. No, it's not. Let me tell you, it's gonna be way worse when you introduce the intimate act of sex. Please believe me. John Till says Game Changer playing cat and mouse. Let's watch. Lord have mercy. Who is this? Who is Greg Mahone? Is that you? Hold on, let me see.
Yes, it is.
Hello?
Yes, it is. Hey, how you doing?
This the main lion?
No, I'm not lying.
Okay, no. I gave specific details. Only the main lion can come up. If you want to come on to our show and talk to us and all that, that's for Patreon only, not for the public live streams. What up, the main lion? I can't hear you. All right, let me know when you got your stuff together. And I mean, it's no shade, no tea. I didn't mean no harm by it, but I gave specific details and instructions, and I'm just taking it as you don't listen. And so I can't even rock with you for that mere fact alone. Main light, are you there? Okay, he's gonna drop down and come back. But yeah, Patreon is the only way you are able to come up. No, Bobby. This was only for the main lion. Only for the main lion. Let me see. Am I caught up? GFS says we DMX edition, and she like we go together. Okay. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Your connection always so bad.
Man, dang. I got a good
It's
signal.
like staticky.
Okay. Yeah, I have a good signal. Maybe I'll try from my computer or something.
Yeah, try that.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Let me see. Who else? Am I caught up? If I miss you, I apologize. I'm doing my best, y'all. Fan funding. Let me see. Can I finish this video off while we wait for Main Lion? Let's see.
But real men don't move like that.
Right.
They don't. And before all the Captain Obvious people come from my head, yes, I know that men are visual creatures. Yes, I know that men are moved by what they see.
Hold on. It was some more gems and jewels she had dropped. I want to highlight how she said that women are paying attention to men who are more disciplined.
Spoiled us.
And the simp spoiled y'all, right? The simp spoiled a lot of these women into believing that they really, how do I put this? When it came to the simps, right? They were giving these women whatever they wanted, right? It's no problem, Bobby. But I gave specific instructions. But you are a Patreon person, so we're gonna give you a pass. But when it came to the simps, they were giving women whatever they wanted, right? And what had happened was it dawned on a lot of these women that that's not really what we want in a man. We want to feel like we are deserving. We want to feel like we have to accomplish a goal in order to receive it. We don't want anything that's just easily and freely given. It becomes boring to us. We start taking it for granted. We start to view that man as weak, a pushover, and it is in our nature as women to look for strong, masculine, assertive, providing, protecting, leading, teaching men. And when it comes to simps, like, yeah, I'm getting what I want out of you, but I'm not getting what I need out of you, right? Which is that masculine, assertive energy, which is that man that is going to essentially put me in my place. Now, I know women hate when you talk like that and say things like that, but that's what it is. That's why so many women be out here like, but who gonna check me, boo? Because they're on some subconscious or conscious level looking for a man that can dominate them. Period. Right? Respectfully. I'm not saying, it's like, bitch, get over here, bow down, drink my bath water. No, I'm not talking about dominating that way. But we're looking for a man to where we can lay back and we can wholeheartedly and fully trust him to take direction, take the lead, take the reins, and we know that it's going to be good. And a way to really see that man can do that is by way of what he is tolerating and what he is not tolerating, boundaries that he has set forth or boundaries that he does not have set forth. Is he somebody that's just going to give me everything just because, or do I have to show and prove my value to him? You know what I mean? So a lot of women had to wake up and say, you know what? This is not really what a real man is. A real man is just not going to kiss my ass and give me what I want. A real man is going to be somebody that is going to put up boundaries, take care of me, lead me, teach me, direct me, and he's also going to be able to tell me no when I need to be told no. Especially if it's something that's going to be a detriment to me down the line, because he is trying to protect us. We realize that. To where a lot of these women stop saying, if you was a real man, you would do this, that, and the third. Like, no, that shit is weak. Okay? We do not like men like that. But now she wants to tell the truth. But by this time, is it too late?
Self included, simps have spoiled us. We get things just because we're pretty a lot of times. But real men.
And that got old. That got old. And can I say this too? Since the simps did spoil a lot of these females, and they essentially got bored with those simps and ended up leaving them, and maybe encountering a masculine real man, and he's telling them no, you know, because she is accustomed to a man just doing what she wants him to do, or she is accustomed to a man just giving her whatever. Well, when a real masculine man comes through and he's telling you, no, that's stupid, we're not going to do that, that's not wise, we're going to go this route instead, and all of that, it sparks something within that woman to where it's like, this kind of turned me on. You know what I mean? Like, this kind of did something. And here's the link again of the main lion, in case you missed it. I kind of like this. This kind of did something to trigger into me that this man is going to be able to properly navigate me, protect me, and lead me, because he's able to have boundaries. Hold on now. Yeah, say it with your chest, babe. Hell no. We ain't doing that. Boundaries are sexy. Hold on.
Don't move like that.
Right.
They don't. And before all the Captain Obvious people come from my head, yes, I know that men are visual creatures. Yes, I know that men are moved by what they see. But there's a difference between being moved by what you see and being able to be manipulated because of what you see. That's the difference. That's the difference between a boy and a man, in my opinion. And women, yes, I know we want to feel attractive to our man. We want to know that our man is attracted to us. Yes. But us being able to manipulate them because we're attractive, that's a whole different story. And I'm going to say this last thing. Y'all know I'm long-winded, but I'm going to say this last thing. Fellas, pretty women are used to being told we're pretty all day, every day. We're used to getting things because we're pretty. We're used to pretty privilege. Let's just be real.
Right.
But what we're not used to is a man not caring about how pretty we are. What we're not used to is a man demanding respect, period. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how entitled you are. I don't care how used to simps you are. I demand respect. That's what we're not used to. But that's the only thing we respect. So just know that.
Bars. And see, until y'all understand that, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's gonna be crazy out here, man. It's gonna be crazy out here. And I get what Game Changer is saying. Game Changer is saying that by depriving yourself of having sexual access to these women, it's not really doing you a service as a man. You know, like that is a way that they are essentially trying to have leverage over you by saying, that's why you can't get no pussy. So Game Changer is trying to combat that by saying, yeah, bitch, I'm still gonna get pussy. I'm still gonna even fuck you. I'm just gonna give you some trash dick. Yeah, so I'm gonna get my issues off. You ain't gonna have me out here just dry. I'm gonna still get what I gotta get. So I get that. I'm just saying, and I know what you're saying, Game Changer. It's the greatest manipulation. Like, oh no, like, that's why you can't get no pussy. And so Game Changer is trying to take his power back by saying, I'm gonna still get that pussy. You know, I'm gonna still get that. It's just not gonna be up to your standard, you know, and you're not gonna be taken seriously. And so I get what he's saying, but I'm telling you, Game Changer,
Yo,
it just hit different.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm on my iPhone now.
Okay, great.
So, yeah, I had a call earlier. So my thing is this: the way I look at myself, I look at myself as a leader, as someone who has principles and integrity. And I get none of us are perfect. Us men, yeah, we are driven by beauty and women who are fine and attractive. But my thing is this: what is it saying to you as a man if you want to slum with women who you know are not good women. So, and I get, okay, we all have these needs, you know, we all have physical needs. I get that. But I think it's important to discipline those desires and needs. You know, you got to transmute those sexual desires into something that's productive. And I think it's important for um, women to see men who have standards, because if we continue to indulge those women who are not good, they're not feminine, they're just trash, their character is bad and all of that, then what is it actually saying to those women if you're going to reward them with sex? Because like you said, Danica, women love sex too. I don't know why some men think that women don't enjoy sex. So even giving a woman trash D, that could be great for her. She'd be like, man, that shit was good. So
Right.
that's
Or,
just my thing.
or let me say this, man, Lion, even if we don't think that it's good, it's like, well, he likes me, because if he
Right.
didn't, like, our emotions can get really warped in sex. That's why it's
Right.
very careful.
Exactly.
It's very important that you all are careful with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But go ahead.
And yeah, and I appreciate you saying that. You said that women's emotions get warped in that. And see, look, I've had some sexual encounters in the past, and I don't consider myself as being a player dude or anything like that. But when I think back, I'm like, damn, I just actually kicked her out my crib, after we had sex and stuff. And that shit was really cool, and she wasn't even what I consider a trash female. But I'm like, damn, how does she feel about that? How does that make her feel? How is her view on men going to be better by what I just did and how I treated her? So that's how I go into interactions now. Again, like I said, none of us are perfect. And yeah, if I'm down bad, 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 like it's like so crazy that I can't, you know, go another day without it, I have to be really down bad to be with a bust down woman. Like a busted woman, nah, I'm not doing that. I just think too highly of myself, and I don't try to just judge people too harshly and stuff, because I know we all are in different um, walks in our lives. So nobody's at the exact same place, and we all trying to grow. But I just think it's important for us men to set the trend and the example for women today, and those who may be younger, who may be coming up and seeing, okay, how men and women are interacting and stuff. Because we at the point right now where we on the Titanic. I look at, this whole relationship stuff, how things are. We on the Titanic, and this information that you're actually giving to us men and women, it's like the lifeboat. Everybody don't want the lifeboat. Some people like, man, fuck that. Let's run into the iceberg. Everybody want to die. But I don't want to be that person that's actually contributing to that mentality of, fuck it. Well, it's crazy anyway, so I might as well, contribute to the problem. That's just not what I wish to do. I'm a leader, and I'm gonna stand on that. So I was proud to see all the fellas who said, you're not messing with those raggedy women. I'm proud of y'all, because we are changing the game. We set new standards, and believe me, people are actually seeing and watching it. And I can see the fruits of just us standing on our square and being men of integrity. And I thank you, Danica, for what you're doing, because yeah, you've been doing this for a minute, and a lot of things that you said back in the day is coming true. And so, yeah, pat yourself on the back, because you standing on that. And that's the kind of energy we need to continue. We right there, like we actually making a difference. So I appreciate everybody who has that, that integrity, and just want to see things get better between, men and women. So fellas, don't fold, bro. I know she look good, that booty fat and all of that, but don't fold, bro. If she got a trash personality, she don't got no character, man, leave her leave her in the bushes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And what you said earlier, I feel like was really spot on when you said, other people are watching. And I think more importantly, you have other women of quality that are watching. Do y'all know how many attractive, great women are out there? And I know it's not a lot, but best believe they are out there and they are observing. I've seen guys who were attractive, they had a lot going on for themselves and everything of that sort, essentially be turned down and rejected by quality women because I saw who you just fucked last night and she was trash.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so in our minds, like even if it's a quality woman, in our minds, it's like, I can't really trust a man like you because that is coming off like you don't have standards, you don't have integrity, and you will bust down anything. And can you really trust a man like that to properly lead you and guide you when he's ruled by his flesh?
Yeah.
Like I know that, like, yeah, she was bad as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, she was bad as hell, but I know she's a hoe. She's a rat. And you want me to come and lay up with you behind that? No, sir. I question your character at that point.
Man, so yeah, that's just my stance, man. I mean, I just can't see it just for me. I mean, there's some women, and not even just calling their names, but not even for them specifically, but just like women, like, you know, you have like a Amber Rose, she's attractive, and Black China and stuff. Like, look, and I'm not even knocking those women, but I'm just saying, just giving like women like that and their background and their history and stuff like that, I just can't get past that, what I know about them. And we know them because they've been in the media, but I'm just saying any woman that is not up to the level of the kind of woman that you would want to have your kids, you know, and be your best friend, your lover, your wife, you know, whatever you want to call it, why even waste your time and energy on that which you don't want? That's just all I'm saying.
Facts. And I agree with you, but like I said, I can only speak so much because I'm not a man. So it is refreshing to hear this information coming directly from men. And I feel like it's more men that are on your type of time than not. And so I can always appreciate that and respect that because y'all are changing the game for real. No pun intended, game changer. But you know, they changing the game out here because you all are raising the bar, raising the standard, and y'all are forcing a lot of these women to have to chin check themselves. If I'm not coming correct, I can't get no dick, no conversation, no access, no money, no support. And to me, with you all being leaders, and this is just me, in my perspective as a woman, with you all being leaders as men, I feel like it's respectable and commendable on your part to say, you know what, this is bigger than me. It is bigger than me getting my dick wet. It's bigger than me getting the orgasm.
Yes,
you know, I want to change the dynamic. I want to make sure that I'm inspiring and teaching other men, young men coming up behind me, that yes, you don't just roll around with pigs just because, you know, you feeling dirty one night. No, you don't do that. And so, like I said, I feel like it is very commendable. I respect men like yourself. Not saying I don't respect Game Changer. I'm just saying it's another level.
Right. Levels and layers, baby.
It's always levels and layers. And so I salute you brothers out there that are changing the game. It is really putting a lot of these females in a chokehold to the point to where you are starting to see more and more women coming through. Like, you know, we need to do this as women. We need to do that as women. And it's because the men are the ones changing the landscape. You men, by you all having boundaries, by you all raising your standards and everything, y'all are completely dismantling a lot of what these females try to build up against you to manipulate you and control you. So y'all are doing a damn thing. I salute y'all. I support y'all. And I really do find it to be something praiseworthy, the fact that you all are able to take your self-interest out of it and think about the collective and say, okay, is this, by me doing this, is this ultimately setting the wrong example for young men looking up to me? Or am I setting the wrong tone for young women to make them feel like, yeah, you can still get access to me in that way? And let's not sleep on the fact that sex is very powerful. It's the very thing that creates life. So why would you want to be willy-nilly with that? You know, even if you are protecting yourself, like certain things you just cannot protect enough, and your energy being one of those things. And I feel like people really sleep on the power of sexual energy. And I really love how you touch base on sexual transmutation. And I feel like a lot of us, especially the men, need to figure out a way to harness that to where you are being productive with that sexual energy and you're finding ways to be creative and build for yourself and elevate and prosper. And that will essentially bring to you the quality women that you're looking for. And now you can have all the sex you want to have, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Man. Well, yo, Danica, I appreciate everything that you do. I've learned a lot just about female nature, just by listening to you, Crimson and stuff. I mean, y'all on point. So I just think like if anybody want to be mad at us fellas raising the bar, they need to come see you, Danica, because you the one did it to us. But no, for real, like we appreciate you, because you dropping, you dropping gems and jewels, as you say. So we appreciate the wisdom, because we're gonna keep holding in line, man. We want to see a change, and all the fellas who want a solid woman, man, just put her in your mind. If that's what you want, get that solid woman, man. I want to see you. I want to see all of us happy and whole and healthy, and stop messing around with these bust downs, man. Because really, at the end of the day, the ones who are perpetuating the same type of dysfunction in our community, those are not the ones who really want to see us healthy and whole. That's just in my opinion. I think we have to actually make a choice and just take a stand at some point. I mean, things have gone so far left in the Black community that we have to actually take some drastic stances. We just can't like really waver on some stuff. At least that's where I am. Maybe I'm more principled than some people, and I get it. If y'all see me slipping up with some hoochie mama or something like that, then y'all can call me out. Call the main line out. But as for now, I've been able to.
Hold on. Rod, the link was only for the main lion. I'm kicking you from the studio for a reason.
Rod want to come up. Yeah, but it was so many men I've seen in the last few streams that are like, man, I'm not messing with no woman who's trash and stuff. That's inspiring for other men to see that. It inspires me and it keeps us accountable. So, man, I appreciate what you're doing, Danica. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you so much. All right. Big shout out to the main lion. He was the one who sent in today's topic of discussion. And I told him in the email that if he was able to join and come up and chop it up, then we would do that. But you all, the link was only for the main lion. We only dropped the link for everybody over on Patreon. So if you want to come up and chop it up with your little big sister in the flesh and everything, join the Patreon. It's $8. Okay, $8 at the gate. And y'all can ask me whatever you want to ask me. You can come up and talk to me. You can do all of that over on Patreon. But that was just for the main lion. But yeah, you men are not chasing women just because anymore. Is it still happening? Sure. But the abundance and the overwhelming majority of men are waking up in that way. And y'all are ultimately changing the game. And I can do nothing but salute y'all and respect y'all for that, because you're really, I'm telling you, y'all really waking people up. And y'all really turning things around. And everything, like I keep saying, starts with the men. The men are the trendsetters. The women are paying attention to what you are doing. And like I keep saying, it doesn't matter how strong of a boss chick that she thinks that she is, and how much she's gonna say that she don't care. All the women are watching y'all. And so if we see that men are no longer paying attention to BBLs, well, now more and more women get rid of the BBLs. If we see that the men are not entertaining women that just look good, but she ain't about shit, well, I need to become about shit so I can get validation and attention from men. If I see that men are only marrying and settling down with women that are submissive women, cooperative women, loving, nurturing, caring women that are actually ready and willing to hold up her end of the bargain, well, I need to become her, because that is what the men are paying attention. That's who the men are entertaining. So, like I said, y'all are the ones that are changing the landscape. And so that's why I have the utmost respect for the men who take themselves out of it, that take their own desires, quote unquote, out of it and say, you know what, is this doing us all a disservice? You know what I mean? Am I going to be proud to say that I smashed down a hoe because I mean she fine in a motherfucker though. Like, is that something that I really want to brag about? Is that something I really want to do? Waste my time with when I can take that same sexual energy and place it towards, you know, maybe my business or my company or my self-development, self-improvement. Like, you can take all of that sexual energy and transmute it. And I love that the main lion brought that up. But maybe y'all disagree, and that's fine. I am just a woman, okay? I am merely speaking from a female's point of view, and that's just how I view things. And I think it's important that I give you all the female take on what's at play. And like I'm saying, you all, the reason why we're starting to see such a major shift is because you men are changing the landscape. Why? Because you are changing yourself, and for the better, right? And so when the men elevate, so does the women in society, because y'all leave us no choice, because we are ultimately following behind you. Okay. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What was your key takeaway from today's dope discussion? I would love to hear all different perspectives. Okay. All different perspectives. But it was only right that I brought up the main lion to give his take on this, because he was the one who emailed it and really gave me a great breakdown in the email. So, but I am open to all of y'all's different perspectives and takes. Did I get everybody's donations? Let me go to the bottom. DB says, sorry, Danica, but money is more important than women. LOL. Remember, money solves a lot of problems. Women only cause them. Whoopsie. Clarence, thank you so much for being a channel member for 33 months. It says, main lion, respect, bro. Yeah, much respect to the main lion. I respect all men like that. I really do. I really do. Because my husband is that type of man. That's what made me want to be with him in the first place. Just to be honest, my husband was intelligent. He was wise. I mean, and he was sexy too. Like, let's not sleep on that. But ultimately, it was the substantial qualities and traits and boundaries and respect and self-discipline that I saw that he had for himself that really intrigued me, that made me say, okay, I want to get with his program, you know, because I see all these women that he could be knocking down and he's not. I see all these women that he could be entertaining and he's not, you know, and that made me feel special knowing that he was, you know, entertaining me. And it made me want to keep my position, because I already knew that this was a position that was one that had to be fought for. Amen. Let me see. DB says, so what I miss, guys, you gotta go back and watch now. Gangster says black men have every standard but physical ones. But I don't think so. Because I'm not seeing black men out here with just butt ugly, you know, boogeyman monster face bitches. I'm not seeing that. I'm saying that they are looking for the holistic package. It can't just be you fine. It also can't just be you're a good woman, but you ain't hitting on shit physically. I'm saying it has to be a holistic thing. And I'm not also saying that it has to be a thing to where you have to be the baddest chick, but can you be attractive? Can you be in shape? Like, men have standards. Black men have standards. It can't just be one thing that you're able to coast on anymore. That's what I'm saying. HJM says, we use pretty women and wipe the good ones. Just look around. You use pretty women and wipe the good ones? Well, you can't say that, because I'm not, I would consider myself to be a pretty woman and I got wiped up. That's why I'm saying, like, it's about a holistic thing, which is why I have so many people that rock with me. I have so many brothers and men rocking with me, because it's like, okay, Danica, yeah, she's attractive. I'm not going to lie. She's an attractive, you know, young lady, but she's also spitting facts and she's living out what she's talking about. So it's a holistic thing. A lot of y'all would not be rocking with me and supporting me if I was on some hypocritical bullshit to where it's like, okay, you're saying be a submissive wife and you're saying that a man should lead and a man should do this, and then, you know, you do this for a man, but you're not even living that. No, y'all are looking and analyzing everything. So yes, you're attractive and you're this type of woman and you're backing up what you're saying and you've been with this whole movement, and you've been practicing what you've been preaching for years. It's a holistic thing, you all. So I don't want to get the impression of, you know, black men in particular are just out here taking in the most fuggliest of women just because, you know, she meets these other substantial qualities. No. All I'm saying is you don't have to be the baddest chick. You still got to be hitting on somebody, you know, hey, it's a holistic thing. And then HJM, I don't like how you are essentially saying that y'all men, you're proving Game Changer's point with what you just said, HJM. You're saying the pretty women are not the wives. And that's like, I'm an example of that being a false reality. Like, I'm not ugly, so I don't know. Perry says, what is really, I got that one already. I got main lion. Okay, I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I really do apologize. Hold on. Torenzo says younger males must have some weak ass cutoff games because once bullshit is cut off, it should be permanent with no looking back at the past, like Lot's wife and turning a pillar of salt. Okay, I think I got everybody now. If I missed you, I really do apologize. But I got to wrap this up, you all. I appreciate you all so very much for being here because you don't have to be, okay? And big shout out once again to Shisha. What's his name? Hold on. Shisha Zed. And shout out to the main lion for sending over. I missed your last one, Game Changer. Let me see. It says Tasha K is married, but black men have standards. She's married to an African. I mean, I guess I don't know. Are you talking about American black? Because he's not American black. I don't know. I don't even like to get into that conversation. I don't know. Okay. Now it's gonna always be exceptions though, Game Changer. So I don't know if you want to go there. So I'll be exception. Just like you are the exception to the rule as far as men still knocking down attractive women that are trash. Like you're that exception. So I mean, do we want to play that game? Let me see. Okay, I think I'm caught up. But I love y'all. I respect y'all. Yeah, I don't miss nothing. Okay, I don't miss nothing. I love y'all. I support y'all. I respect y'all. I thank you all so much for being here with us, for tuning in and chiming in. And like I said, we appreciate all different perspectives, but I think that it is important that I give you all the inside scoop as far as how women are wired, what's going on, how we can navigate this better and ultimately improve, evolve, and grow. But again, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree, okay? But y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I appreciate you all so much. I'm going to see y'all again on, well, actually tomorrow. Y'all need to sign up for the Patreon. It's going to be lit. Y'all already know. And somebody actually emailed me to talk about something over on Patreon. He said he wanted to talk about it strictly on Patreon. And I think it'll be a good conversation to have. But you already know over on Patreon, we let you all just ask whatever you want to ask. We drop the link for you all. You all can come up. We have a great time. We get real personal, very intimate, off the chain, okay? You don't want to miss it. It is worth every damn $2 a week, baby. So drop my link to my Patreon for me, please, if you all can. And you all, please feel free to sign up because we will be going live again over on Patreon tomorrow at around 2 p.m. Central. Okay? But I'm going to see y'all later. Much love and peace, all my crown heads. And do not come in my comments tripping on some bullshit, okay? Because we will check you respectfully or we just delete y'all. That's what we do. I know we have some trolls coming through, the past few days and whatever. But it is what it is. A lot of them just mad. They're just big mad because, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't relate to that shit. I'm living life abundantly and beautifully. And so, You know, just miss us with that bullshit, but we do appreciate and accept all different perspectives. All that we ask that you be respectful, okay? But I'll see y'all tomorrow on Patreon. Much love and peace with my crown heads. Salute. We gotta go. Peace.